Hi there folks, my name is Paul Capello and you're watching Airgun Reporter. You know, over the last couple of years, Umarex has come out with some really cool and futuristic BB repeaters. A couple of them that come to mind are the Umarex Steel Storm, which is a semi and fully automatic BB gun, and also the EBOS, the electronic burst of steel. But the engineers and designers didn't rest on their laurels. This year, they came out with what I think is a game changer for the world of semi-automatic BB guns. I'm talking about the Morph 3X, a BB repeater that has 3 different personalities. I'm really excited to do this episode, so let's go ahead and open up the box. Inside the box, you'll find 4 major components of the Morph 3X. The pistol, the forearm, the barrel extension, and the shoulder stock. The butt plate on the back of the shoulder stock has a rubberized feel to it. The heart of this futuristic looking system is, of course, the pistol and its 4.5-inch smoothbore barrel. The overall length of the pistol is 11.5 inches, and it is ambidextrous in design, and it will fit nicely in the hands of shooters with both small and larger hands. My first impression of the plastic that makes up the entire frame is that it's made from a very dense compound, and it doesn't feel toy-like in the least. It's obvious that a sophisticated degree of engineering went into the high-quality material and molds the Morph 3X system is made from. On the top of the pistol, we have a 9-inch weaver rail that can accommodate scopes, lasers, red dot sights, and just about any accessory you can think of. Just in front of the trigger guard is another weaver rail, and this might be your best location for a laser or flashlight like the Valter Night Hunter shown here. The green fiber optic sight on the back of the pistol is fixed and non-adjustable. The fiber optic sight on the front is removable, allowing the forearm to be added should you want to assemble your Morph using that configuration. The pistol is semi-automatic and shoots in double action only. Where you might find a hammer on other pistols, we have a rectangular rubber flap. Opening the flap from the top reveals the slotted power adjusting screw inside. That's right, the Morph 3X is power adjustable. Be sure to read all of the instructions, not only for the obvious safety reasons, but it also explains how to adjust the power. The 30-round capacity magazine built into the pistol has a spring-loaded follower and an oversized port for loading BBs. The manually operated safety is located on the opposite side, and when made safe, completely disengages the metal trigger. To remove the back strap, there is a lever on the bottom of the grip. Pressing it down while sliding the piece off reveals the 12-gram CO2 cartridge chamber. The spring-loaded key for piercing the cartridge is a really nice touch and virtually disappears into the bottom of the grip once you tighten it down. Well folks, first and foremost, you can shoot the Morph 3X as a BB repeating pistol all day long. It's got some crisp and bright fiber optic sights, but the whole fun of this pistol is to morph it, so let's go ahead and do that. But first, remember to put the pistol on safe and remove every single BB from the magazine. If you're not quite sure you have every single BB removed, point the pistol in a safe direction and take a couple of shots. Okay, first thing we're going to do is remove that front sight so we can put the forearm on. Just line it up, push it forward, there we go. The forearm also has a removable fiber optic sight. What we're going to do now is put on the 12-inch barrel. This is really cool. The 12-inch barrel is inside of a shroud. It's kind of spring-loaded, look at that. And it also has an O-ring just ahead of the threads, so when you screw this on to the pistol, you create a leak-free seal. Let's go ahead and do that. Insert it in. Tighten it down. Not too tight, just tight enough. And this is what I call badass mode. Look at this thing. It's really cool. Very nice. I like this mode. This is probably one of my favorites. Okay, let's switch it up a bit. All right, now we are only one step away from turning the Morph 3X into a full rifle. First, just take that back strap off, just the way I showed you. Press down that lever, push down on the back strap, remove it, and then take your shoulder stock and slide that right on. There we go. It is now a full rifle. Really awesome. So between that 12-inch extension and the 4.5-inch barrel in the pistol, we've got a 16.5-inch barrel. I bet this thing has some really, really cool accuracy. Okay, it's time to put the Morph 3X back into pistol mode and do some chrony testing. This comes apart really quick and easy. Now, instead of using the fiber optics, I'm going to put this Walther PS22 red dot sight right onto the weaver rail and go ahead and do my testing. And these were the results. The Umarex Morph 3X came preset to the highest power. And for all of my testing, including the chrony testing and the accuracy testing, I left it on full power. It was about 80-85 degrees outside, and that's a great temperature for CO2 guns. I shot 10 BBs over the chrony, and here's the results in pistol mode. I've got a low velocity number of 473 feet per second, a high of 512, an average of 490 feet per second, an extreme spread of 39 feet per second, and a standard deviation of 13 feet per second. The next thing I did was morph it into rifle mode and then do some chrony testing. Here's the results. In rifle mode, I got some powerful and surprising chrony results. I've got a low number of 584 feet per second, a high of 623, an average of 603, an extreme spread of 39 feet per second, and a standard deviation of 12 feet per second. So when you morph the Morph 3X into a rifle, you're getting about 110 feet per second more than just pistol mode. This is really powerful, folks. Okay, for the accuracy testing, I left the Morph 3X in pistol mode. I brought back my bench about 45 feet and bag rested. Let me tell you, all 15 rounds fit very comfortably into a 2-inch target. That is some really good accuracy. But my accuracy testing didn't stop with the pistol. I went ahead and morphed it back into a rifle, and boy, let me tell you, those results were just as stunning. I didn't even have to re-sight this red dot. Look at that, 15 rounds perfectly into a 2-inch target. That is just awesome, and that's what air guns are all about. If they're not accurate, they're not worth anything. With the Morph 3X already in rifle mode, I wanted to find out how many shots I got with a single CO2 cartridge, and that number was about 65. But they were 65 powerful shots. Like I said, I left it on the preset high power mode. When it came time for the trigger testing, I wasn't surprised to find that the Morph has an 8-pound, 8.5-ounce trigger in my test. And that's not surprising at all. You have to remember, like most CO2 action pistols and BB repeaters, your trigger finger is doing much of the mechanical work. It's pulling back the hammer and feeding a BB into the breech. So, once again, no surprise with that number. And as you can see, it did not affect my accuracy. I happen to like this trigger. And last but not least, I did the sound testing. And remember, I don't have a scientific sound pressure meter. It's just one I bought off the shelf. When I had it in pistol mode, I got a decibel reading of 87.1 decibels, and that's no louder than your, average heavy-duty staple gun. However, when I morphed it back into rifle, things changed a bit. I got a decibel reading of 97.6 decibels, and that's pretty loud. But you have to remember that it's also shooting over 100 feet per second faster in my tests, and maybe that's the cause for the extra loudness. Folks, I have to tell you, the Umarex Morph 3X, in my opinion, is guaranteed to give younger and older shooters like me hours and hours of fun and enjoyment. It's well crafted and engineered. It's got great accuracy. My only gripe is I would have liked to have seen an adjustable rear sight, but that's no big deal. This rifle was accurate right out of the box. Folks, I have to tell you, for under $100 going street price, I dare you to find an airgun with more personality than the Umarex Morph 3X. For Airgun Reporter, my name is Paul Capello. Until next time, shoot safe and have fun. Please remember, folks, air guns are not toys. Even the smallest calibers can cause serious harm if not used properly. And you should never, under any circumstance, point an air gun at another person. Parents, if you teach your children to shoot responsibly, they will have a lifetime of air gun enjoyment.